Hey, Will here from PPC Coach. So, my top five necklaces that made $693,487.57 in revenue. That $693,000 is US, but I am Canadian. So, I get to convert that over to Canadian dollars. And guess what? It's just shy of a million from five necklaces. Now, I have way more than that out there, but these are just my top five that pulled in the lion's share of my revenue. So this is $883,228.18 Canadian. That is a lot of money. And now it's over. Well, let me explain a bit. So I've used a company called Gear Bubble for this. And what happened is they actually decided to put this little message into the old account the other day. It says, in an effort to offer only the best quality jewelry, we are delisting some of our very old and lower quality jewelry. We will be sporting any new orders that come in until the end of the month, and then the following items will be removed from the platform: dye, sublimation, printed necklaces and bracelets, lower quality message card jewelry, compass rose, etc., stamp bracelets. Then it says all of our high quality jewelry remains, and much of it is to come. Much more of it is to come. We're focusing on only on quality jewelry from here forward to ensure your customers only get the highest quality products possible. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, great. Except this dye sublimation printed necklace stuff, that's where I made the bulk of my money over the years. So it's weird. It's very strange. It's weird times. My favorite necklace supplier is not making the necklaces that I sell anymore. So what do I do? I got some options. Option number one, I can just quit. I can give it up. I can throw in the towel. I can go get a 9 to 5 job. I can give up this business, give up this life. Yeah, right. That will never happen in a million years because when one door closes, another door always opens. So I'll be moving. I'll be moving to another supplier, and the one that I'll be moving to is called Shine On. And if you want to check them out, go to ppc-coach.com/shineon, and they do make these. They make necklaces, and they even have a little upsell where they offer engraving on the back. So that is awesome. So I have no choice. I'll be moving there. So all of my necklaces that I've done will be going over to Shine On. And I looked in my Gear Bubble account and I saw that I had 354 designs that I have to be moved. Now, the ones that I'll show you are not all 354 of them. They're just my top five. So, I mean, yikes, right? That's a lot, but I'm not going to be moving them all because when you're in this business, you do some tests and some of them work and some of them don't. That's what happens. So you're probably wondering, okay, fine, great. What are your top ones? Well, I will kind of show you now. I mean, obviously, I'm not giving them away because this is my top 1.4% of all my necklaces. So, of course, I mean, giving away all my designs and the ones that sold the most would be like handing you the keys to my bank account and or keys to my house and giving you my bank account, my credit cards, and everything else for you to use if you wanted to. I'm not doing that, right? So if you want to see them, okay, I'll show a little bit of each, but I'm not going to show the full thing. Just full disclaimer, okay? So here's number five. I blurred it out. You can see this one was it's from Gear Bubble, and it was a heart-shaped one, and this one sold 2,857 units. Now, I could have pushed this one even further if I wanted, but I didn't for some reason, and you'll see a recurring theme with my stuff. It's like I get one going really well, and then I started to expand and do variations, and I lost focus a lot, which is something that I've learned in my old age that you never want to do. So this is an example of one that I will be moving it over. I do have to get the design redone to fit the Shine On heart-shaped one, but I can still take the same quote and apply it to a necklace that Shine On very easily as well. So here's number four. This one sold 3,135 units. This one was one that I don't usually do, and you can see I blurred out what it says, but it is "To my daughter, love dad." So this one had a lot of text on it, and I typically do not do a lot of text. I just don't like doing that. But this one, I'm like, well, I'll try. I'll throw in a little bit extra, and it worked. Like it was going really, really well. So I was very happy with this, and I feel like this one has a lot of life left in it. Number three sold 3,334 32 units, and you can see the profit there too. The reason the profit's so low is because I originally priced these a little bit lower. They were priced at $29.95. This is one of my OG ones, original ones. It's a circular one, so I can take this design and transfer it right over to Shine On quite easily. And I can price it a lot higher, and I think I can make a lot more on it too, because the hardest part of doing a necklace is really getting the quote. Once you get the quote down right, the design doesn't even really matter. It's just, this one is a very emotional quote that is going to work very well over at Shine On. I know it. I know I could push this one to like 10,000 units. Here's another one, number 2. This one sold 8,113 units. Now, this was one of my recent ones, and it is a heart-shaped one, but I did price it higher, so you can see the profit on this one is $278,799.35. This one has a lot of legs left as well, and I think it'll do very well. And again, it is a to my daughter one. I feel like I can make a lot more money with this one, like a ton more, like big time. So I can't wait to move this one over too. And here's my number one, which number 1 and 2 are pretty close. This one sold 8,129 units. This one, a lot of people have seen, and a lot of people have copied, and that's fine. I even had an instance with one company that somebody copied it directly. They took a screenshot of this, and they just literally did the exact same image, and they uploaded it to another necklace supplying website. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want anybody to use them, but put it up there. It was a complete carbon copy. And so I contacted the owner of the company, and he basically told me to go kick rocks. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I won't be doing business with you ever again. So this one has been around, but the saying on it is super sweet. It works really well for a dad to give to a daughter for any occasion. It could be Christmas, it could be Valentine's Day, it could be a birthday, it could be anything. It could be a just because gift. This one actually sells year round. So I like this one. And I can't wait to see what it does over at Shine On as well. So, I mean, the thing is like, memory lane, right? What a nice place to visit. I have a lot of work ahead of me to do now because I have to move these designs over to Shine On, which means that I have to get some of the heart-shaped ones redesigned because the template for Shine On is different than the template for Gear Bubble, which makes... I mean, it's no big deal. I can either do it myself or I can have a designer do it. So what I'll do is I'll be going to probably Fiverr, and I'll just hire my favorite designer, and I'll get her to remake these so that I can upload them to Shine On, and then I can continue my marketing there. But I mean, as far as memory lane goes, a lot of these were sold with Facebook ads. So the numbers that you see is not all profit. I had to pay for ads as well. Typical profit margin was anywhere from 20 to 40%, depending on the necklace. When we first started in this business years and years and years ago, the profit margin was super high because there wasn't any competition. So on Facebook, nobody was selling these besides me and maybe a few others, but nobody was really into it. So now the actual business and the market and the sellers, the number of sellers has grown dramatically. So there's a lot of competition out there. But that's a good thing because it keeps people on their toes. So I do have a lot of work in front of me. I'm not worried about it, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to give you 2 tips right now so that you can succeed too if you do want to sell necklaces, which I do kind of highly suggest you do because they are ultra profitable. I know the product of the day right now is message cards, which is like a box and a literal like message card and then a kind of nice looking little necklace on it, but it's not the same as what these are, as you've seen. Anyway, I'll give you 2 tips. So tip number 1, use the gift angle always. So all the ones you saw, they're gifts. So someone buys it to give it to someone else. This is the number 1 key to success with necklaces. So I am a pioneer of using this angle with necklaces. I'm the guy who kind of everybody else has taken the lead from and expanded and done really well, but that's great. But if you're wondering where it all started, it started with me and a small number of other people, okay, way back in the day. Anyway, if you use this, it will help. It will help big time. So think of it, It's very difficult to try and sell a necklace to somebody to get them to buy it for themselves, but it's a lot easier to target somebody to get them to buy it and give it as a gift to someone else. So that little shift in the marketing and using the gift angle, it works. So when you're thinking of a necklace, think of the gift angle. All right. The second is the greeting card format. So this is something too that I came up with a long time ago, and it's got three parts to it, and it basically says like to my blank. So it could be to my wife, to my husband, to my boyfriend, to my girlfriend, to my daughter, to my son, whatever it may be, any kind of relationship that there is there. And then the second part is like an emotional quote. So think of a greeting card. It says, to my wife, you are amazing. I love you. I can't believe you picked me out of all the people out there. Blah, 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 blah. You're great. I love you. Love your husband. So that would be the greeting card format. So you combine tip number one and tip number two, and you got a powerful 1-2 punch to sell a lot of necklaces. And you've got a lot of different niches that you can get into as well. So when I first started, and what my top 5 is all emotional quotes, and they're like tearjerker quotes, and they're just things that when somebody gets it, you almost want them to cry, like tears of happiness or tears of like, oh my God, that's so sweet, like that kind of reaction. Recently, though, I actually got into more of the funny quotes as well, because I found that works too. So if you think of a greeting card too, you've got funny ones and you've got emotional ones, and they both sell, and they both sell very well. So if you take the gift angle and the greeting card format for a necklace, and the ones that I'm talking about, not the message cards, although message cards do work as well, and they use the exact same format, it works. It works really well, and you've seen the results that I've got. So kind of the third thing, and I didn't put tip number 3, but is pick a niche. So you want to pick a niche and test like crazy in it. So all of my top 5, they're in one niche. And now I have expanded since, but I haven't done as much in the other niches that I do in my top 5 for my top 5. So what is it? Dad to daughter. So I have 5 daughters. So I literally ask them, what would you like to hear from me? What would be the sweetest thing I could say to you? What would be a funny thing I could say to you? And then when they tell me, I test those quotes. So yeah, I do my research. I go to Etsy, I go to Google, I go to Amazon, I go to eBay, I go to all the places, and I try and find quotes for dad to daughter. I go to greeting card sites. I go everywhere. Walmart.com, I even go there. I found a lot of winners that way, but my biggest winners have always been quotes that are unique and they're first to market. So nobody else has really seen those before. And those have come mainly from, or variations from my daughters, because I'll just ask them straight up, like, what do you think? And then they'll tell me. So anyway, bottom line is the business model rocks. Okay. It is. It's really, when you're in the business of making people smile and getting paid to do it, that's a really good business to be in. So you come up with an idea in your brain, you get a design done, and you go to sell it, and then there's 3 people benefiting. There's you, because you're going to profit from the sale. There's the person who's giving the gift, who's going to profit emotionally, because they're giving something nice to somebody else. And there's the receiver, who's going to love the giver for giving them that gift. So there's 3 people involved. Everybody's happy. What a nice, beautiful business to be in. It rocks. I love it. It's a great way to make a living. Now, it's not easy. So if you do want some help, I've got a group coaching program. That's not really the point of the video, but I got to mention it. It's in the bottom right there. I have expanded to more than just dad to daughter necklaces. I do a lot of different products in a lot of different ways. I teach it all, okay, basically, in my group coaching program. So this is where you can go here, ppc-coach.com, and you can check it out. So, or you can contact me, ppccoach@gmail.com, ask any questions you want. I've also got a group, free Facebook group at ppc-coach.com/group. And of course, I've got a YouTube channel too, where you're watching this video right now. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get updated when all my new videos come out, and like, comment, and share, and do all that good YouTube stuff so it boosts the algorithm and more people see this. So I think I kind of did this video just to show, just kind of go on a walk down memory lane, because It literally is. When one door closes, another door always opens. And it's kind of sad because I've spent a lot of time in the dashboard for Gear Bubble over years and years and years. And a lot of time of my life and my business life has been spent there. And now they're removing the product that I've had the most success with. So I think for me, it's kind of like a kick in the butt to expand and diversify and make sure that, thank God that there are other companies out there that I can use. And I will still use Gear Bubble, and I really highly recommend them. I do wish they keep these, but I understand why they're not, because supply issues and quality issues as well. I mean, you have to have, when the competition comes out with something that's higher quality, it's tough to survive. So I can totally understand where they're coming from. Kind of wish they doubled down on it and went even higher quality, but they didn't. But I mean, hey, what can you do? When I could go on and on and on about that. Anyway, go to my site, check it out if you want some help. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'd love to help you guys out. I think print on demand is the best business model out there. That's what this is. It's just the necklace side of print on demand, which not too many got into at the start, but a lot of people are getting into it now. And I am one of the first. So the platform that I'm going to shine on, I was actually the beta tester for their platform, and I hold the honor of having the first sale on their platform. So that's pretty cool too. Anyway, not a lot of people know that, but it is true. So there we go. Go there, check me out. If you have any questions, post them in the comments, and we will see you soon. Have a great day.